Good afternoon, guys. This is JoAnn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy to be here with you. I have an extra special cookie decorating tutorial to share with you. And I would ask you if you could leave a comment and let me know that you're here, so that way I can be able to answer any of your questions that you may have. Give me just a second, guys. It looks like I may be having an issue connecting on my end that has nothing to do with your connection, though. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I have my color palette in front of me, and my color palette is a mix of all colors. But what I really want to do is work on a lot of those warmer colors for today. So I have some gold in this panel. I have some browns here. I have some deep forest green here. And I have a maroon color here. So I'll be kind of working with the mix of those colors. And what we're going to be doing is a little bit different than decorating with water. So we're not using watercolors today. We're actually using an alcohol-based paint. So we are going to be activating our colors with some alcohol today. And so I have some in this little vial here, and I think I'll put just a little bit right up here at the top so that I can dip in and clean my brush as needed. And I'm going to go ahead and use this water brush here, which is, of course, we're not using it with water. So now what I did here is I flooded these cookies ahead of time, just because I wanted to get, just because I wanted to make sure that they were flooded all the way through. Okay, now I want you to see something. When you add alcohol to a cookie, it kind of reacts a little differently. So as you can see here, it kind of wants to spread out, right? Now I would just be extra careful because the cookie isn't all the way, it isn't flooded through yet. So I just as, you know, a time reference, I flooded these cookies maybe this morning around 10 or so. So I'm just kind of mixing these colors through. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? So when we're doing this, we're just basically trying to get an effect. But it doesn't have to be perfect. So we're just kind of blending it in and making it into something. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix a bunch of these colors in. And then we're going to see kind of how they turn out. And the thing about this is I want these colors to bleed in together. That's what I want. I want to see how they react together. I want to see how they look together. Because that's like the fun in painting, is because you kind of get to play around with it and see how you can mix the colors and how they turn out. And so that's what we're trying to do. I'm not really trying to go for, hi Mama, hi Judy. So I'm not really trying to go for, I think this is a little bit of forest green here. Just gonna add a little bit. Let's mix this in. I think I need some more of my alcohol because it is really evaporating quickly. Now I get to kind of move this around. Now isn't that neat? I was able to get just a little bit of that green in there. Hey T. Hey, happy birthday to the girls. So my favorite little nieces are 7 today, and they are so cute. So they're wearing some really pretty little shirts that says sweet, what is it? Sweet, smart, and 7. And I thought that was so adorable. So T is doing an awesome job raising the twins. And I can't believe they're 7 already. My goodness, it's like time just flies by. Okay, this is a little bit of a beige. I think I'm going to mix that. Get that color going in here. Now, I think I like this. I think I'm going to soften this maroon a little bit. Just by distributing some of that color. Now, I think I like that. So tell me, what do you think about this first color? And I think what I'll do in the meantime is, let's go ahead and drop down a little bit more of this and pick this up. And let's pick up a little bit of the brown. Okay, so the thing about in nature, it's not going to be a, perfect little blending of colors. So I want to try to make it as realistic as possible. So what I'm doing is just kind of tattering my edges, just by giving them kind of a an older, kind of matured look. Now, of course, you don't have to do this. So when your cookies, they are going to, come out whichever way. However you kind of add to it, it's going to be unique to you, or it's going to be your style. So I'm just adding this just for a little bit of a difference. Now, I think I'm going to mix this just a little bit here. Alrighty, I think I kind of like that splotchy look. It's something different. And let's soften this just a little bit more. Alrighty. Now I think for the next one, I think I'm going to pick up some more of this. Oops. And I think I'll kind of go, let's add a little bit more of my alcohol here. So that's the beauty of using your alcohol, is that your base doesn't have to be completely dry. So my base is, you know, not as dry as it could be, definitely. But it's dry enough to handle the alcohol here. And so that's the beauty of using alcohol. If it was water that I was using, then it might have a little bit of a different outcome. So I think I'm gonna soften this a little bit. What I really like about using an alcohol-based product is that alcohol helps it to alcohol with your regular colors helps it to distribute that color a lot better. At least that's what I found, and so that's what I really like about it. I think I'm gonna add, let me see, maybe a little bit of the gold right in the middle. And let's pick up some more of this alcohol and let this magic happen. Watch this magic happen. Okay. And I'm really liking the way that this is turning out. Tell me, guys, tell me, what do you think about it? I think the last color that I'm going to add is just a little bit of the darker burgundy here. I really need to soften it up a bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clean this off some more. And let's try to come in with the plain color. Let's distribute this more, and let's get just a little bit of the gold right here. Okay, so same here. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my brush and pick up some of the brown. And let's get to working on these edges here. Just because I really do want that that effect. I like the realism that it gives it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and work on that. Hi, Christy. And no, it's not a silly question at all. So yes, this is food coloring. So this is the same food coloring that you would use if you were coloring your royal icing. It's the same food coloring. I just have it in this little It's actually a waterproof painter's tray. If you're interested, I can add the link to it, to this group for you. And you can see it's just something I like to, squeeze my colors in. And then when I come back to use it, I'm not wasting all that color, because as you can see, you don't really need a whole lot when you're doing a technique like this. And so it's really a cool thing to be able to leave it in the tray and just kind of open it back up and reuse it as you need it. So there's not a whole lot of dumping out your products. So no, that's not a silly question at all. And thank you for joining me. So here, you guys probably know, but I'm in Texas, northern Texas, and it's been really, really cool over here. Not cool, wrong word, hot is the right word. It's been hot over here. I mean, it's terrible. So we are really, really hoping for the first sign of fall to actually come. Come visit us, give us some. We'll take rain, we'll take a wind, we'll take anything, as long as it's a little bit cooler than what it's been. Yeah, we were kind of teasing and saying that, maybe we should take a road trip to Montana, where it's it's pretty cool up there already. But yeah, so every day here it's kind of been like in the 90s. We are supposed to have a break really soon. I'm really looking forward to it, but it just seems like it can't come fast enough. Okay, so I'm just smoothing this out. I think I need a little more up here. And I have some gold here. I know you probably hear my 3-year-old. Although I'm on the other side of the house, all the way upstairs, you can still hear him. So that is him. That is my 3-year-old. All right. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of going back over, and with alcohol as well, I'm just drawing in some of the main, just kind of for a little bit of, let's see, I want to get a really, really tiny brush, teeny, teeny, tiny brush, and more alcohol. Okay, so what I do is I'm not even adding any more gold here. So this is my gold powder. You hear little people. Yeah, they are there. I don't know. It seems like every time, it's time to go live, they try to make the most noise that they can. These little boys, I tell you. So I'm trying to get a really, really tiny brush, and here I want to just kind of add the veins of this leaf right through here. and you can play with it. I mean, they could be as straight, as tiny if you like. They could have more branches, less branches. It's really up to you. Just whatever you think works the best. So I just personally love the way the gold looks. It's one of my favorite. So now I'm going to pick up this one and work with here. So once again, I'm going to come up and the thing is, your little veins don't have to be straight. They could be curvy, they could be any different kind of direction you like. But when you're working with alcohol, you just need to mix enough, because that alcohol will evaporate very quickly. Okay. So as you are veining, remember you can make like extra veins on it, or you can make them extra tiny, extra long. It's really up to you. But this is where you get to be unique and kind of do a lot of different things here. And that's the beauty of cookie decorating, honestly, is because there's so much that you can do. It is really kind of dependent on what your tastes are. If you like a lot of gold, if you maybe you don't like the gold at all and you just wanted to leave it with the brown, you can most certainly do that. So I personally love the gold. I mean, I could use gold all year round. So I try to kind of use it around this time of year, just because it's a lot of the deeper colors. I love using like the lighter colors as well. But you can also use it, use it with anything. I just prefer using it with the deeper colors, like around Christmas. Oh, thank you, Marilee. I appreciate it. Alrighty. And there's really a whole lot more that we need to do to these. So I'm going to go ahead and close my palette. And you see the little bit of alcohol that I used, it evaporated already. So I'll put my palette aside. And here's the alcohol that I had. And it's not a whole lot. It's just a little tiny bit left. But you see, that's all I'm working with. Just a little squeeze at a time. It's really all it takes. And so here are the colors for today. The cookies for today. I think I'm going to, let me see if I can pick up some of these and just kind of put this on here. Give it a little bit of an extra bling. And so it's still kind of tacky because the cookie is not dried all the way, of course. So it's sticking to the tacky parts on the cookie. And I think I'm just going to create just a little bit of a shadow with this. Now, if you don't like it, you certainly don't have to do this. This is just playing around to see what it'll look like. So this is a new cookie creation, if you want to say that. This is just being a little bit extra just to see what it's going to look like. All right. And so you tell me which one you like the best. Okay, so the one on the left here, tell me, do you like the long one? I'll call this the long one, and I'll call this one the short one. Okay, so do you like the maple leaf or the short one better with a little bit of glitter around it? And or do you like this with the gold? The left? Yeah. Alrighty, I'll go ahead and put them down like this. Maybe you can see it a lot better. Alrighty. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the long one, yeah. That one is pretty. That one is very, very pretty as well. I'm gonna brush some of this off. Nope, that's it. It's in place, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end this live. If you have any questions, or if you would like a link to any of the products that I used or made reference to, then just you know, send a little something in Messenger, or just type a note right there in the comments, and I'll get it. And I'll go ahead and send that to you, okay? So thank you for watching, guys. God bless, and have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.